compliment and a note of appreciation to the management. They kept me charged and they were always checking up when I'm coming, so great pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan was really a manifestation of the dreams of the Muslims. They dreamt of a country in which they'll model their lives according to the Islamic values of justice, fair play, tolerance. But then as we look today, this dream to many has been shattered and people are losing faith in the future of Pakistan. Iqbal more or less represented this feeling very early on when he said, "Aati hai dame subh sada arsh bari se, खोया गया किस तरह तेरा जोहर अदराक, महरो अंजम नहीं महकूम तेरे क्यों, तू नहीं तेरी निगाहों से लरसते अफलाक." But the good thing is, this nation has potential and we have many resources. And if we are willing, we can turn around. I was looking at Adam and he said a beautiful verse to magnify the spirit. जो कतरा था वो हस्ती बेच के दरिया उठा लाया, जो कतरा था वो हस्ती बेच के दरिया उठा लाया, जो जर्रा था वो मौका ढूंढ कर सहरा उठा लाया. That shows the spirit people of Pakistan has. But we have issues. For centuries, ladies and gentlemen, we were part of this region, part of this culture. And specifically or more importantly, we represented an Islamic view which was tolerant, passionate and inclusive. For generations, we lived together. But very recently, some people, mostly for political purposes, have pushed an extremist viewpoint in Pakistan. That has brought, in my opinion, a conflict within ourselves and conflict with outsiders. And this is where first part of my dream is, that Pakistan needs to be at peace with itself. And the way we can be at peace with itself is to once again dedicate ourselves to this egalitarian, passionate, tolerant view of Islam. Also, we can have a great identity if we allow a regional and local cultural aspiration to flourish. And Pakistan would be a country of tremendous local colors and tremendous values. But most of all, we will be not in conflict with ourselves and with the world. This is, in my opinion, the first part of our dream, a Pakistan that is at peace with itself and with peace with others. And the second view I have is what kind of a society we want to run. When Khalid was talking of Pakistan, he was conscious that Pakistan would be meant for the majority of the disadvantaged and poor segments of the society. We want a Pakistan in which people own Pakistan. If a common person has the ability to share the government, we want to have a Pakistan in which women will be the predominant segment of the society. We want a Pakistan in which minorities will have a freedom to do what they wish. This, ladies and gentlemen, will be the society we will create, and we will have this tremendous internal peace in Pakistan. But people need a political system to regulate their lives. And in Pakistan, unfortunately, we've had a checkered history. We've had military governments, we had managed democracies, and now we have a full-fledged, fully blown democracy. But somehow or the other, people think this is not delivering. And people think this political system is not working because our political parties are weak, we have a hereditary system of attitudes, and here politics is for gaining power. So my dream of a political system in Pakistan starts with the first thing is that you need a political system which, along with democracy, is both efficient and effective. You need a political system today which can give people a better life but also fight terrorism. You need a political system today that is not a populist government. It can look at the larger long-term planning issues of Pakistan and come up with issues, come up with a decision which in the long term will resolve the problem of Pakistan. Is it easy? This is not easy. Because to put this political system on a steady path, you need a bureaucracy that is rules-driven, that is merit-based. You need a judiciary that can give merit-based decision. And you need a civic society that can stand up to the excesses of the government. Not easy, ladies and gentlemen, because for too long, we've had a system in which feudalism, power politics, and orthodoxy has been part of our attitude. We'll have to all work for it. But politics is not the only thing which gives courage and hope to people. People want to have a better life. I'm reminded of a quote by a Chinese young girl who said, I would prefer to get married to a guy who drives a Jaguar and lead an unhappy life than marry a person on bicycle and lead a happy life. You need economy, you need economic prosperity to charm people. We have at this moment three issues: issue of poverty, issue of employment, and issue of inflation, which is making life difficult for a common person. Pakistan has a tremendous advantage. Our economic growth can come by optimizing agriculture. We have a tremendous opportunity to expand our service sector. Just imagine hundreds of such universities in various towns. But our biggest opportunity lies in Pakistan becoming part of the regional trade, communication, infrastructure, and electricity grid. If ever Pakistan achieves that, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a tremendous economic future ourselves. Once again, we'll have to work for that. We'll have to build infrastructure. We'll come up with regulatory framework. But my dream of an economically progressing Pakistan is not about rich people. It's about how does the common man take a share out of this economic pie. He can only do it, ladies and gentlemen, if the government was to provide quality education, quality technical training, and affordable health. That is where a common man will have access to this economic prosperity. We also need to build a lot of infrastructure. You can't get there, ladies and gentlemen, unless you have your own power, your own water, you have own communication infrastructure. Fortunately, you have the means available. If there was a government which was ready to take difficult decisions, Pakistan can build this infrastructure and we can get there. But there are many ifs and rules. Countries all over the world have developed their vision and have progressed. We can take example of China. It was under the communist rule. They were interested in doing heavy industry. They converted themselves to a cheap consumer industry. And now they are into a high-tech manufacturing society. But what they have done is they promoted education, internal consumption, built an infrastructure. They also took the tough decision. And I want to leave this idea with you here. They deferred political liberalization and accelerated economic liberalization. Is there an option for us here? Singapore is another country, a merit-based country. It decided very early that it will be a multilingual, multicultural society. And then they developed themselves into an electronic high-tech manufacturing society. Today, you know what the Singaporeans are discussing? We are not good at innovation. So the Singaporeans are today working, how do we become an innovative society so that we can resolve the region's medical, legal, and communication issue. Another example, we talk of America. Mr. Obama has tried hard to tell the Americans that Americans are lagging behind in education, in technical education, and infrastructure. But interestingly, the American political system, the dysfunctionality of the American political system, and the complexity of their legal and administrative order is preventing America from taking that joint step. And many people think, Brzezinski has just written a book saying, Americans are about to lose this battle unless they were to take these decisions. Just a few examples of various countries. Can Pakistan do it? It's very easy to say we will be there. For Pakistan, if we have to do it, we'll have to take many difficult steps. And our first step is you need to create a world-class education system which is affordable, which is accessible to everyone. You need to create a technical education system where millions of these young boys and girls who can't go to the universities can go and become carpenters, masons, maids, and get jobs somewhere. You also need a merit-based system where these people will go and get jobs somewhere. You also need a political system where governments don't work only for gaining power, but they work for giving larger advantage to the society. You need a bureaucracy that will stand up to the government and would say, Mr. Minister, how right you are, but my rules don't allow you to permit this thing. This is all easy to say that we will do it. Why can't we do it? Because, ladies and gentlemen, for 200 years, a feudalism and the culture of the local guy owning people has persisted, has been sponsored. The same system has continued. Tell me why every school in Mohalla, every basic health unit in the community, every art council in the area should not be managed by the local people. There is no reason why it should not be done. Why we should not liberate the 51 or 50% population of Pakistan? Because this is at the heart of Pakistan problem. Are the people who own power, are they ready to lose their grip on the power? It is going to take a lot of effort. But the good thing is that people of Pakistan are ready for this change. The British used to say, locals are uneducated. These are very superstitious people. They don't want to reform. But people of Pakistan today are proving that if shown a light, if shown a direction, they're ready to move towards that direction. It's a small bit of movement, but I believe this movement is going to sweep the land, and that is where I think Pakistan will change. Will it be an easy process? Certainly not. Will it be a quick process? Certainly not. We will take decades before we compete with the nations that are today the leading nations of the world. But we would have at least taken the small step and moved in direction. May Allah give us the courage, the wisdom and resilience to head that direction. I'm very grateful to you that you allowed me to share with you my ideas.